What's up, guys? Today we're going to be going over something a frequent watcher of my channel would be seeing, and it's this JBL subwoofer right here. Very frequently it'll just sit there. It doesn't really do anything except for hold up my tower of speakers here, because of course I only have one speaker stand, so this is my substitute for the other one. And today we're going to go over this JBL sub. The other things in this are my old Samsung sub before I got my sound cubed, and some really random 3-inch soundbar. It's not even a soundbar sub, it's actually a Samsung home theater sub, but it's really bad. Like, let me try to show you here. It's only a 3-inch driver. Yeah, you really can't see it because it's too close to the wall. But it's a 3-inch driver. Just listen to this wood. Really cheap. Listen to this speaker. That's solid right there. That's a really well-built speaker. And, yeah. We're going to be going over this JBL sub today, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it out of where it's sitting currently, and then we're going to go ahead and look it over and take it apart, maybe get a little demo for you guys. It's going to be difficult to demo, though, and I'll show you why in a few. Alright, so we've now got the sub out of its little position there, and as you see, here is the sub. It's pretty much a cube, and has a big old amplifier on the back, but here's the sub I was talking about. As you see, that is how small it is. It is tiny. It is cheap. It is not really that good, but I have it here, and I bought it because I thought it was pretty cute, actually, because it's pretty much a mini version of the soundbar sub that I have, which I uploaded a video of on my other channel. I'll put the video up there. Don't subscribe to that channel unless you want to see scooter content, because that's the only thing that's going to be posted up there. And it's also a very mini version of this, so I thought I'd buy it just to have it, and it ended up being a speaker stand. So here we have a power cable to the JBL. Let's go move the move the door back a little bit without hitting my other speaker here. And let's go over this. This is a JBL SUB333 Simply Cinema type thing. It's one of those all-purpose subs. So it's got the built-in 5.1 amplifier. As you see here, there's all the outputs to all the speakers. They're crappy proprietary connections, so I can't actually use any of my actual speakers with it, unless I do some really weird ghetto wiring with it. And has a huge heatsink, by the way. The thing is very large. Apparently it's a Class AB amplifier for the sub, and the rest of it is a Class D, I think. I don't know, but I'm just going off of what I saw. It gives about 35 watts a channel to the speakers, and apparently 60 watts RMS to the sub. And this thing's pretty difficult to use, because if you actually use it as a sub output, it has a delay in the audio, because since it's meant to be a 5.1, it's meant to receive full range input. So whenever there's not an input, it'll sort of shut off and go to like its standby mode, but not really, because it's not in standby. As you see, here's the switch. We got a fuse under that, and we got all the outputs. We got TV in, aux in, coaxial in, and then an optical in. This is pretty much one of those solutions to people that don't want to get a home theater receiver. But please, 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 if you're gonna get a home theater system and it's gonna be 5.1, do not purchase one of these. Definitely just go ahead and buy a receiver like I have. You can buy cheap ones too. This one is a much higher end receiver. I caught it really cheap though, so I managed to pick it up. But there's also a Samsung receiver right there. That's one of the whole in a box home theaters that came with this. That's actually a very good deal. Yeah, just look for an actual decent 5.1 home theater surround receiver. You get way more capabilities. There's way more inputs, and it's just a much better. It's a much better system overall. So with this, as you see all the controls on the front of this, and it's a ported enclosure. Go ahead and tip it on its side here so you guys can see what we're working with driver-wise. Actually, I'm going to do it this way because the light will hit it better. So under this, we have an 8-inch JBL subwoofer, and it is foam surround, nice large dust cap. It's actually a really decent-looking driver, but it's not a very good driver. I'll get into why. I've taken this apart before, obviously. I needed to fix this because the magnet started to come off from age. Because this thing is, let's see, when was it produced? November 99. So this is actually almost 20 years old. It's about 2 months away from being 20 years old. So it's a very old unit. And picked it up very cheap. So let's go ahead and pull the driver out, and I'll show you guys the inside and everything about it, and then we'll do a quick demo of it. Let's go ahead and and turn that down because that's copyrighted. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look over here. So I actually got the cover off, and as you see, there's the driver is exposed now. I'm able to get to all the screws. There are 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws. And I'm going to pull the driver out now, and then we're going to go ahead and see what it has to offer on the inside. Alrighty guys, so as we see here, we have the sub driver and box separated from each other. And let's go ahead and take a look at this driver. So it does look extremely promising from the back of it. Let me pull this up somewhere. So it looks extremely promising from the back. It has a huge magnet. It's actually very large. It has a treated cone. It has a stamped steel basket, which isn't ideal, but it's alright, I guess. And keep in mind, this subwoofer is 20 years old, so it's definitely not up to par with the new standards. Where can I set down this tripod here? Actually, I'll just set down the driver right here. Alrighty. So, again, let's go over the front again. You have a nice foam surround. It's pretty high roll, as you see there. It is a very high roll, actually. And it's still soft. It's really good condition foam, actually, because it is a down-frying woofer, so the sun has never touched this. And we have a nice dust cap. We have a nice cone here. And then moving on to the bottom of it, the spider is very, very stiff, but it's also closely wound, which is really odd. It has a super tall basket right here for the coil. And then I actually had to put glue in here because the magnet started to separate. But yeah, the magnet is very large, as you can see quite clearly. Let's go ahead and flip this on its face. Yeah, there's the magnet. It's very beefy, very large, and I don't know. It has about a 1-inch coil in it, and that's pretty much all I can say about the driver. The box is pretty decent. I've actually put my sound cubed in this just for fun on my Instagram. You can go ahead and see that post if you go to my Instagram, Barrett Allen Systems. And it's a pretty solid box. It's about 3/4 inch all the way around, and of course it's just a huge cube. It has some bracing in the bottom, not really. I wouldn't count it as bracing, though it's not really bracing. We have a port here. The port isn't very long, but it's somehow tuned properly to about 35 hertz, somewhere around there. As you see, we have a huge transformer. It's extremely large. The sub amplifier is this bottom one down here, right there. It has a couple fuses on it, as you can see, and that's the subwoofer amplifier portion of it. I don't know which one exactly is the... Well, that's the amplifier for all of them, I think. Is it? No. So, of course, one of them is the logic board. It's probably the bottom one. This one, the green one, is probably for the other speakers. This other brown one is probably for the subwoofer itself. This is the power supply right here. It's a pretty decently built box. The way they could have done this better is actually sealed off the amplifier components from the rest of the thing, because then it doesn't subject all this to the trauma of the subwoofer moving and vibrating everything. And that probably would have made it sound better as well, because there's not as much imperfection. But I'm going to go ahead and put this in the spot where bass collects in my room, and like where it sounds best. And we're going to go ahead and give it a test without the cover on, so it's easier to put that back on and do anything I need to do. So we're going to go ahead and hook this up, and we're going to give you guys a quick sound demo and how it sounds. And yeah, let's get sub back together. And Bass I Love You came onto my playlist, so I guess I'll sit in the closet here. That's enough of that. I'm not trying to get copyrighted. Alright guys, so here we have the sub. It's hooked up and everything. This looks really weird. It's at 30 frames a second, so I can get the perfect focus for all the JBL fans out there, even though it's not what it's called, but whatever. We have it hooked up. We have it up all the way on here. We have it down on the receiver again. As always, we're going to go ahead and turn it up. Play a quick song. Really not trying to get copyrighted, but we have a little song here we could play for like 10 seconds maybe. So we got something here. I hope this isn't copyrighted. It shouldn't be, because I'm pretty sure it's very underground, but we'll see. Yeah, it has 26 views. Anyways, let's go ahead and turn this up. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this thing hates low notes. It just blows a ton of air. It just completely unloads. I think that's enough of this sub for this video. I'm going to go ahead and compare that to this sub. So as you see, you remember how this one sounded, and I'm going to go ahead and plug in my sound cube now. We're going to see how that compares to this thing. Obviously, it's going to be way better, but I'm just going to show you just to get a nice baseline of how this thing sounds. We're going to run the same part of the song through my sound cube, same volume. We're going to see how this fares. Woohoo, man. Obviously, this one is off, as you can see. It's in the off position right there. And what's funny is the sound cube has more headroom. Anyway, thanks for watching my video, guys. I'm trying to upload more, and I'm trying to upload things that people actually enjoy. I have a ton of speakers so I can play around with, if that's what you guys want to see. I'm going to upload a video of this WU-X sub soon. It's a Philips passive radiator type thing. And I know like nobody watches the end of these videos. I can see the demographics. I know what spots are most watched, and the end is not one of them. So if you guys want to see more videos similar to this, go ahead and comment down below. I'll probably do system demos and stuff like that. I have a bunch of other subs. As you see, I already did those Sonys. Ignore the mess there. And now we got the JBL done. I actually have the video for the Philips really done. Oh my god. Just, never mind. I have the video for that Philips done. And it's been done for like months now. And I just haven't put it out because I didn't feel like putting it out. But yeah, I still have that done, and we're gonna go ahead and do other videos soon, but for now, hopefully this should hold you off. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys until the next video. Later.